Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully we don't get absolutely annihilated for streaming this stuff again. I don't know what I'm going to do for music in the background, I might just do nothing. But anyway, we're streaming again, we're going to be doing behind the scenes for the core. We're going to try and do a little bit of this for just around about 50 minutes. So, fun times. So about past, I'll see what's going on. So at the moment, we're just doing the core. The entire process is to try and recreate the core in 3D. So I'm going to get started on these little details here, and I'm just going to... Just ping Discord there so everybody knows. Okay, so I'm trying to get these details as accurate as I can, as usual. So we're going to be beveling the end of this here, because this looks like it's rounded heavily. And then we'll go from there. Here's where I find out like my microphone's echoing like crazy or something. Okay, so we need that to be about there. And then we'll give this like maybe 2 or 3 loops, maybe 2 at the moment, and just see what happens. And the idea is we select these loops. Select loops, edge loop, and then we can use this to increase the scale and see what happens. So we need to round this off just a little bit. Oh, crap. That motor, I'm trying to keep everything on screen. And it's just failing miserably. Oh. Edge loops, and then go here. And that should do that little bit there. And then we've got what looks like a bevel. About here. Oh, come on now. That mower, I'm trying to get this just right, and it's just like, no. No, no, no. I reckon it's about there. And then we're going to extrude that inwards a little bit and bevel it. So, about there. Oh, this is the only problem I have with Blender is when it wants to be funny like this. So I've got this going on. And if we go onto top view, as you can see, there's Asgore. I've got everything scaled up to Asgore at the moment. The idea is that hopefully everything's going to look totally awesome. I love the lights at the moment, but we got to get there first. So let's see about this handrail and see what it's like. Because the idea is to scale everything up to Asgore, and then if I need to alter anything, I can just alter things as I go. Because I need it to kind of also be the same size for Alphys, or rather be decent for Alphys to reach. So the idea is Alphys in scale comes up just underneath Asgore, if I remember rightly. Hang on. Reference height-wise, let's see. Yeah, Alphys's top of the Alphys's head reaches Asgore's chest. So what we want to do here is put this about the roughly, because that's where a hand should be, or at least a handrail. And then what we can do is we can bring this back and put it in place, and then that should be okay for the handrail there. And then we've got to do the other bits that go over the edge. Because the idea is it should be to scale, hopefully. I'm not quite sure at the moment, but we'll try and get it there. I think I'll do both this side. So let's go add, let me do a curve here, Bezier curve. And then we'll drag it down here. We can use that for the pipes down here that go under, because the idea is I want it to go under the walkway and then come up at the side. So we'll drag this up here. And we got to get it straight. We'll just... Actually, I could just straighten that out there. We'll do this, and we'll just go and rotate this so it's... Oh! Rotate this so it's straight. I'm just going to check chat here, because... Hey, audio! Nice to see you, by the way. How you doing? Normal chat was not showing you there, so I did not even realize you were in here. I have no clue why it does that. Okay, let's try geometry and extrude? No. Offset. Trying to remember which one it is, because it's a round object with depth. Ah, there we go. So depth should be pretty much the same as the other one. Just have a quick look. Oh, no, it's actually a little bit thicker. Like that. It's simple, really. I'm just not a normal being, says audio. Actually, that's a little bit too big there. So if we... I've got the AC stream ready in the back, but I turned off stream chat on it, you know, like the YouTube chat, because the YouTube chat was pretty bad from what I could tell. There we go. So if I put that about there, and then what we're going to do is, actually, hey Devasia, how are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you very much. So what we're going to do is bring this one up, and then take the two Bezier curve lengths, and we'll just shrink them. Let's say the lengths, but the more controllers. So if you decided on streaming it, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm going to be streaming the showcase, but I've got to, or rather, I'll do it without the chat on YouTube's end, but I will be able to see you guys, because the stuff that they're currently saying in chat is pretty crazy, as usual, to be expected. Awful. It's pretty normal for me, says Devasia. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. I hope things improve for you, for obvious reasons, you know. A little kindness and politeness never hurt anybody. Okay, so we do this, and then this needs to go under here, because we can see on the artwork it kind of curves under. So the idea is I want this to be like 90. And then it should be fine. And then we'll just bring out the curve here. It won't, but thanks anyway. Oh, sorry to hear then. I wish it would get better for you, because it sounds terrible, whatever you're going through. Your kindness always damages me, says audio. Oh, don't say that. I mean to be nice to everybody, you know. It's like one guy in the Undernet hub the other night. It was there going to shoot everybody for no reason, just playing like one of the COD skins, I think it was, in VR chat. And I was like, dude, if you try just not doing that and being nice to people, he's like, why? And I was like, well, why not? It was crazy. But yeah, we're doing this at the moment. The idea is to get this placed just right. Try and get it looking just right as well, because it needs to be a little bit thicker there, I think. And then we do the little details. So obviously I need to place the floor in a little bit, although based off the floor there, it's not too bad. It actually goes under it, so I could technically just get away with this now if I just do that, and then because of where it is, we'll just extend it a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I would normally have music on in the background. But I am afraid of YouTube just completely bombing the living daylights out of me here, so convert to mesh. Oh, now the question is, can I just close this up here? Because if I can close this gap up, it doesn't matter about everything else. The push pull, separate, no, face. Not inset. Can I just like fill that? Dude, that's the one thing I don't like about Blender is this bit where it just like puts unnecessary edges in here, and then when I try and dissolve them, it's just gonna be like, yeah, so anyway, we're just taking away all your geometry. Try dissolve faces, or dissolve edges, sorry. Dissolve edges. I just want that, like that. I appreciate it though. Or the thought, I'm just saying the situation on my end can only get and will get worse. Dealing with a pet with a renal failure. Sorry to hear that, Devasia. Oh, I've just been dealing with my daughter. We just had to take her into hospital again because of panic attack with her breathing, but she's fine now. But yeah, I'm pretty tired, of course. Tired and just worried out of my mind, so fun times. Let's smooth that separately if I can. Because the idea is I need that edge to stand out if possible, so we do mesh, shading, smooth faces, mesh. Let's see, let's try. Can I face area? Oh, and then from there, can I do face area? Mesh, normals, face area. Dude, seriously? Normals. Oh, I see. Hang on, can I just. Boop. That's because of. I can't remember what it was. It was a stupid little error thing. All transforms. There was something stopping this. I can't remember what it was because I faced this. But so goes the life of a parent. Yeah, man, it's rough. But thank you very much anyway. I also appreciate the the support. Let's try taking off shading there. Now does that? No, that doesn't work. Let's try. I'm gonna have to figure out what this was. Normals. Okay, so that did that. Shade, also smooth. Ugh. Let's see, let's just try sorting this out real quick. Auto. No. Normals, auto, smooth, grade. Oh, there we go. Blender. It's the second one because I've had to fix normals. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. How does this guy do it? Normals and grayed out. Yep. Okay, so. Geometry data. Clear custom split normal? Okay, let's try that. Geometry data, clear custom split normals. And then let's do file, not file, sorry. Auto smooth 30, 25. Let's try 35. Ah, there we go. Or even 40, 50? No, too much. 30. Okay, so 30 smooths that, but it doesn't allow me to smooth the rest of the pipe. That's a problem. Can we grab that there and we'll just make sure I've got chat open as well here. Oh. Oh. Okay, there we go. We got 7 days left. Can you finish the rest of the ACs? Yes. What I can do is, I think you have too many sharp edges. I can get rid of them if possible, but it should be pretty easy. I can do AC4 tonight, which is my plan after the AC6 stream. And then 4 answer we've done before on one stream, so that should be fine. And then it's just 5, because I'm forfeiting verdict day, because it's not good. So yeah. Smooth. Can I just smooth the average face area? Okay, that's just not. Oh, wait. Because I split the normals there. Hang on. If I do 50 there. Nope. Okay. Normally, when I do like 24 or 25, it's fine, but because of how it is at the moment, it's that there. So I might have to, as Devasia says, try and select and bevel these a little bit. Select the loop. Even though I shouldn't have to, because 3ds Max actually deals with this pretty fine. Literally, 3ds normally used to just be like, hey, there you go, bam. But Blender has trouble with this, and I have no clue why. Like, there are some things that I really love Blender for, because it's a lot better, like, animating stuff than 3ds, but for this, it's a problem. It's like that now. If I just try 35 or higher, that's not too bad. Let's try 40. 50? 60? Because I need to get rid of those sharp edges if I can down there. It's try just smoothing, because I don't think I actually have smoothing on those faces either. Let's try. And then do face. Oh crap. Modeling, face, shade smooth. Huh. Issue. That should not be there, because, like, for instance, if I do that one, which is the same kind of thing, and I just go. It's just basically being a pain at the moment, I think. If I do this now, I go face smooth. Yeah, that's practically how I want it. There's that there, which is a bit of a problem, but, like, for instance, we could there. I hit smooth, and then I just go 30, and bam, we're done. That's how it should work. But for this one, it's not having. Maybe it's just because I'm trying to curve that there with a Bezier, and it's just not having it. So maybe if I just go like this and just copy this and then just curve it manually, which will be very painful. But if I just do this, then at least I'm guaranteed to have the problem sorted without any faffing around, you know. I do that. We're just reusing the geometry in a different way. And then we just go, oh. Honestly, I was having loads of fun on Bummer Cyberpunk before, but if people saw that stream, then you should know. For those who didn't, it's basically like the spiritual successors who Jet Set Radio, and it's so fun. There you go. So I got that going on. And what we'll do is we'll just 90 this, and then we'll do custom loops here at the bottom, and just get everything set up. It's about there. This is so painful to look at the moment. Loop, cut and slide, and then we'll put that about there, and we'll just. That is. This is the most disgusting way of doing this. I would not normally do this, but if it fixes the problem a little bit, then it's just a case of it'll be messy geometry for the moment. and then I can do cleanup later on. There, right? And then for this one, I need to move that other edge loop down now. Select loops. Admittedly, I could just go from like there down as a Bezier curve, and it would probably work better, but we shall see. Heck, I could even just do a Bezier and next to it, and then do it that way. That would probably yield better results. Oh, because at the moment this is just painful. It's probably, for anyone that knows modeling, it's probably painful to watch as well. Because I have not done anything like this by hand in ages, and it's never normally good. Normally it comes out terrible looking like this. I'm just trying to see if I can get anything looking okay here. Doesn't help that I'm also trying to rush the stream. Yeah, it's not happening. It doesn't help that I'm trying to rush the stream so I can get another one done after it. Let's try, actually, if I do Taurus. I mean, yeah, Sister Beja. Let's try that right. I'll just try and do this lazy way, even without a Bezier curve, because all I need is that bit at the bottom, so. Hey Z, how you doing? How's things? It's nice to see you as usual. Everything's quiet on my end unless my microphone's echoing, which I hope it isn't. I hope, I just realized, I hope this is the same amount of freaking cuts in it. I don't think it is. Dying on the inside, but I'm managing, says Z. Oh God. Sorry to hear that. That motor, I'm just trying to get away with stuff here and it's not working at all. Major segments 48. Let's try, can I just do a Bezier again? I'll just, actually, no, wait. Just realized, if I take that Taurus, right? Keep that Taurus there. If I do this, Z, because you're here, I'll show you what I've done at the moment in a sec. I'm just trying to get this done, which is painful, but it's something. I'm slowly getting it done. I honestly can't wait for this entire area to be done. But again, I don't want to get copyrighted by YouTube either, so I've not got any audio on, other than my voice. Yeah, so what we're doing is I'm working on the interior of the core, primarily because I needed it done. So we got some fancy lights at the moment and common elements placed around the area. I'm just kind of slowly building up the details. I figured, because I've not done any animating in a while, because I'm waiting for special things to come, which will be mentioned in the next update. What I'll do is I'll do some geometry stuff, and then I'm going to do a little bit more animating anyway, because I figure I can animate like Flowey and some other minor characters, but I've got to wait for lines for other ones, so I've also got to do some meetings with some of the other VAs at some point, and make sure I've organized the files, because I've already got a lot of characters back. And oh, that reminds me, I need to talk to somebody I met on VR chat the other night to try and voice Endogeny, I think it was, or Lemon Bread. Not Endogeny, sorry. Lemon Bread and Endogamy, maybe, or Slime Father. I want to record stuff, but oh. So glad the baby is doing okay. How are you and Jen holding up, says Damon. Thanks very much, Damon. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired, and I hope I'm not gaslighting myself because I'm feeling pretty sick at the moment. The best way to describe it is one of the docs said, "Are you sure nobody at home has like fever, is feeling ill?" And then when we got back, I've been feeling tired, I've been feeling sick, I've been feeling hot, so I don't know whether I'm just like gaslighting myself or not. You know, where you can get that thing where somebody says, "Are you okay?" and the next moment you start feeling ill. I hope that's not happening. And actually, that didn't look too bad. So yeah, Jen's pretty much the same as well. I drove like a madman to get to the hospital, so I hope I don't get done for that. So, could be stress, possibly, yeah. So I was going to do this in multiple ways. I'll show you the core. This is the map for it. Normally, I follow the 2D maps to an absolute letter, if possible, in terms of the way that it's done. I was going to do this a little bit differently, but and by that I mean the floor and everything, but I'll explain that anyway. But yeah, one of the main things that I did was, first off, was these little pylon things. So what we've got are these, I can only assume they're like coolant rods or something like that, or whatever. They're just like lights for the core, but when they'll be lit up, it'll look really cool because of all these like red glowing things that are all over them, and obviously, as you can see there, we're going to have like distance fog on them. The core is like this very high-tech area. For anyone that saw the playthrough that I did, you'll pretty much know what it's like. But doing this all in 3D is a bit crazy. But the first thing I worked on was these pylon things. Then I worked on this thing next, which is like some kind of crazy design, and I just edited it slightly to make it look as though it's got like pipes coming out the top of it. That looks pretty cool. And then we did the bridge elements, which are all like 3D. And of course, all of this has like metal textures to it, so it's going to be highlighted by all the lighting. But what I'm doing is, because each area has to be physically able to contain the monsters logically, so you get a sense of scale, what we're doing is we're having Asgore be, or what I'm doing, I should say, I'm referencing myself in the third person here. What I'm doing is I'm having Asgore be the main guy for height, because Asgore is one of the biggest monsters outside of the boss monsters, and by boss monsters I mean Flowey and Asriel. So because of Asgore being so big, we just size him up to a door and then use that on a scale chart that we've got for every other character, so it can kind of determine where everyone else should be, and then put like switches and everything else around here so that it just feels like when you make all these areas, or when they are made, they should be capable of holding every single character logically, with a bit more wiggle room just in case. Because you can't have like a really tiny door for Alphys and then expect Asgore to go from New Home to, say, the Ruins if he had to. I'm not saying that he will, but it's the whole thing of it just has to be believable so that you can say, okay, everyone can get through this door, therefore it's easy for them to explore. You might have picked up a symbiote around the doctors. But yeah, another cool thing about this, and one thing that I'm kind of annoyed about, was I was going to do all this lighting. I was going to do that embedded in the floor and have it extruded down so that it looked like it had depth. But unfortunately, when I tried Booleaning it, it just messed up everything. And by Boolean, I mean, for those who don't know 3D modeling, essentially Boolean allows you to take a shape and basically cookie cutter that shape into anything else. Now, I wanted to do that with the floor and the walls and everything else to make it look as though there were like tech stuff running through it. But the problem with that is, when you Boolean, sometimes the mesh just goes really messed up, and other times Boolean just fails to work for no reason whatsoever. So instead, I'm just putting all these tech details really close to the floors and stuff, so they are still full 3D, but they're just really close to the floor, and then they'll be cut off with walls and things. Yeah, we got the cool lights going on here around the door. the door frames and everything else. I need to do a little bit more detail in there. But the idea is once I've got all this lit up, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be reflecting everything. And it's going to allow me to animate the core really, really nicely. I've not done one of these behind the scenes in ages. Let's see. So I got a doorway here. I got this. I need... This has like little ring details on it. I don't know whether I want to put Taurus on that or not. It might just be easier to do that. And by Taurus, I mean basically donut shapes. Like for instance, if I do this here, right? Because it looks like that anyway, right? So we do that, and then we just go scale that down. That's why I typically avoid Boolean sysdaphasia. Yeah, I've never really liked them, but I saw some tutorials on them for Blender, and I was like, you know what, I've not used them in Blender, let's have a go. And yeah, they were still as bad as ever. Basically, Boolean just causes a lot of mesh errors normally, and I do not like mesh errors. And by mesh errors, for those, again, who are unfamiliar with 3D, if you have any mesh errors, or 3D model errors, normally what happens is the shading can be off, and it can be a pain to make the shading look correct again, and that's important for lighting and stuff. So I don't want to go messing that up, so it's better just to forfeit that way of doing things, or that bit of detail, and instead just work with what you know is going to look better, you know, or go for the easiest thing, especially considering it's a 3D animation. I don't have to worry too much about the frame rate because it's being rendered out. Oh, as long as I've not got like a million polys on screen at once, you know, that, or something ridiculous that's really running my system to its limits and making it unbearable to deal with, well then, it isn't too bad. I'm just checking this other stream to figure out when it's going to be. 24 minutes I've got left for this other stream, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Let's see here. So we're going to do this detail about the, and then the next one, probably about the, like, totally guesstimating where these should go. Normally you'd try and use something to measure the distance here properly, but it's a case of if it looks roughly about right, then it's not too bad. I'm fairly conservative with my poly count. I like being conservative with the poly count, if I can be, you know, but for just details like this, especially because I might break up these scenes, so they're going to be, you know, chopped up, and that'll allow me to help save on polys, well, it's not too bad. If I was doing it for like in-game and stuff, then obviously I'd be a lot more strict with poly counts and just be like, dude, this is terrible, you know. I'm gonna have to rethink some of these details and how much polys or how many polys are in it, but just because this is pretty much a 3D animation right now, the scene isn't too complicated. You can get away with something like this. Shaders as well are important, like as long as I don't go blowing like a million shaders into the scene, then it won't be too bad. That looks alright for that. I just join those together for the moment, and then just see. Okay, so those are all like basically the same blue. What I might do is do the rings as like dark blue. Oh, actually, no, I'll do them as light blue. And then do the main thing as dark blue. So we go blue to lighter blue here, right? And then we do the other thing as dark blue. Okay, that's not bad. That's why you bake textures, though. True, true. Then you save on materials. And then for this, we'll do... Oh, Jesus, I did not want that there. For this one, we'll do blue wall material? No, let's do blue. And we'll do, again, we'll do this like dark metallic blue. And then we'll take these two, join them together. Like, admittedly, I'm being really lazy with some of this stuff, but as long as it doesn't impact everything at the end of the day, it's not actually too bad. I'm just trying to do like quick mock-ups of stuff just so I can get an idea of things. Yeah. Let's see about and normally this railing does not keep going this far. I might have to extend that, but we shall see. I need to now copy this to the other side and then just mirror it. So we go, boom. Okay, so we got this thing going on. So we're slowly visualizing the start of the core here. That's not too bad. Could be worse. This here, I have no clue what I'm going to do for that light. It looks like a freaking Pokeball, but I have no clue how I'm going to do that. The red light in the center is easy. I just don't know about the details around the outside. These look like clear pipes of like energy or something, and then two like lights here or orbs. In different fan works, they're depicted differently. It's going to be rough, real rough. And then we've got the rest of the stuff down here, which is like tubes and other things, which is going to be a little bit easier at least, like with the details and everything. We'll just do the same style sort of color of pipes and then just light them from underneath, and it should be okay. And then for in here, we got to at least do the doorway, right? I do it like this. I'm wondering whether I can do like this giant sort of cylinder and make it appear like that or what. Because the thing is, the core attaches to Hotland via the Mettaton Resort. Let's try and see if anyone's Mettaton Resort core artwork. See if anyone's actually drawn what the depiction of it is. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that, says Damon. Wait, what? Oh, dude, there is a very nice shot of Mettaton by Christian Clive F on DA. That looks awesome. And then somebody on Amino has done like a 3D model of the resort. I need to know how the resort attaches to the core. Like, this is the... Looks like HAL 9000. Indeed. The thing is, the core's like one giant cylinder, is the best way of putting it. That's attached to everything by like a bridge. Oh, hello. But in Undertale, obviously, it does not look like that. Trying to figure out how to get this done. That artwork's awesome. I'm going to save that to the reference folder. Let's see. Let's see if anybody else on DA has done artwork for the core. Undertale core resort. It's the only problem because the thing is, it's like you have the resort stuck in the middle of Heartland, and then the core's right next to it. So you should be able to see the core looming in the background. But the concept of it, or rather visualizing it, is nuts, because like everyone just normally takes it for how it is at face value in game. Let's just quickly get rid of the things I got going here. 17 minutes until the next stream. Let's try Undertale MTT Resort art. I know this isn't going to be entertaining at the moment for you guys, because obviously there's only like a little bit of 3D on screen for the moment. But I'll try and make it better as quickly as possible. I wonder whether I type in like resort bridge will it actually MTT resort bridge. No, it's just literally coming up with images of the core now, like the map for it. Dude, let's try Google again. Because DA is normally pretty good for artwork, but... Okay, so... somebody else's interpretation of the core, although I will have a look at that because it looks pretty cool. Honestly, it's just impressive what you've done so far, says Damon. Thank you very much, Damon. Honestly, the coolest part that I like about everything it is like previous where I've still got to show this. What I'm trying to do is get this like environment stuff done so I can put it in the September update, because the September update is what I'm currently working on. And basically part of the September update shows off one of the presentations that we did recently for everybody. What we did was we got the chance working with the Undernet Hub again to show off everything to a group of other creators. There were like 30 people in the server. And we had everybody in VR chat, and sure enough, because VR chat is really immersive when you have the headset on, it's like I was there in person. So I'm stood up in front of like 30 people who may or may not have seen the trailer for Immersiontale. So of course I'm just like, sup everyone, I'm working on Immersiontale. It's a 3D animation for all of Undertale. I don't think anybody else has done anything like this before. And it's a really big collaborative event between loads of artists and creators from the fandom. And honestly, I'm really enjoying it so far because I've got so much help and everything. I basically just say like how much help we've got, you know, who's helping, obviously name dropping some people like Rev Trosty, because Rev obviously is a major person in the community. So like name dropping Rev for people to associate with the project. I'm like, oh wow, and everything, you know, everybody's getting really excited. And then I'm like, look, without you guys, I probably couldn't do this, because I'm basically doing this with all the assets available that are either given to me from the community so I can animate them, or that I can find online, because, you know, everybody's put that much up at this point that it's doable compared to like other Undertale animations where what would happen is that all the underground would look completely empty because nobody had the models like 7 years ago. So I'm like, look, I'm trying to make this fully realized as best as I can. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And, you know, if you want to check it out, we got the trailer on. So we go into the cinema in the Undernet and show off the trailer. And we've got an entirely packed cinema. It's on this large screen. And you can just see, like, the trailer starts playing, and all of a sudden everyone goes quiet. And then next minute, all you hear is everyone going, oh, wow, that's really cool. With, like, different characters, like, they're seeing Toriel and going, oh, she looks so pretty and everything. I'm like, okay, that's good. And then everybody's, like, slowly picking out the favorite character, like, seeing Undyne with the spears and just be like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm just sat there going, okay, I know I'm doing good now if I'm getting, like, depictions correct and people are, you know, like, going crazy for it. And then, you know, it carries on, and you got everybody going absolutely nuts. By the end of it, everyone was, like, super excited. And I'm like, great, this is a great presentation, you know. So I was really happy with that. And by the end of it, everyone was, like, super excited for the project. But I want to do some more stuff like that, because there's a lot of people, surprisingly, that don't know about the project. So even though, the thing is, we have a problem at the moment where, I'm going to do a little bit more 3D in here quickly. We have this problem with the project where everybody sees the trailer, or rather the poster in the Undernet at the moment, but they don't properly see it, if you get what I mean. It's like, they know kind of what it is, but what ends up happening is that they just walk past it, they look at it for like a second, and then they walk past it, and it's not bad, it's not anybody else's fault in particular. It's more just the whole thing of when you're trying to present it to people, they don't seem to have that much care for it if you don't spell out exactly what it is straight away. So then it's like, okay, what do I do? So then I've been like trying to do more promo stuff that that tells everybody exactly what it is a lot quicker and a lot easier. I obviously can't say anything at the moment, but I've been working on stuff like that recently to try and give everybody a good sense of what I'm trying to accomplish. And every so often, or like every night, I'll go on VR chat for like an hour or so and just do more promo stuff. So it's like I'll do a bit of 3D work, do a bit of planning, do a bit of script writing, and then I'll go on VR chat and just be like, so anyway, have you seen the trailer to that? It's for a bunch of people. And then when they be like, no, what is it? I'll be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Follow me. And the next minute we're in the cinema or we're in the game core upstairs watching stuff. And then they're like, dude, did you make this? I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of making it with a load of people right now, and it's really fun and everything. And all of a sudden, just everybody goes nuts. It's really cool. It's really cool to see everybody getting excited, especially fans that really love Undertale, because that's my target audience. Like, despite me saying quite a lot that I target the people that don't know Undertale as well, because it seems to be getting a lot of attention from people that either don't know or don't care about Undertale. The target audience for this really is a mixture of massive fans that will appreciate all the detail in 3D, and then people that don't know Undertale that are just like, okay, so what's Dave doing? And the next moment they're showing off this crazy 3D thing, and they're just like, dude, what? It's just like, yeah, so I based it off this game that I really enjoy. So it's really fun and interesting to target that sort of an audience and have fun with it. Oh, I need to bring this down. Or do I need to bring it over a little bit? It's because that doorway there. I might need to go verts here and bring these verts, because some of this might need to be edited. If I do that to about there, right? Just, oh crap. If I do that to about there and then have the wall details pop out, that's not too bad. We've got to make some concessions or deviations from the source material, but it's not too much. That's really sweet, says Damon. I just want to, like, with all this stuff that I do, like 3D, I always like to try my hardest to do everything as accurately as possible. It started out with my obsession for being accurate, but with this project, it's like, dude, you have to be so accurate, because if you don't, then you'll get gutted like a fish. And I don't mean that literally. It's just like, I understand how much the fan base really enjoy this. It's like, if I get it wrong, well, then people will point it out, and then obviously I then have problems. So that's where I've got to make sure I get everything just right, and it's as fans expect. Let's try and do that there. But yeah, again, all like the voice actors in and everything as well is really nice. I enjoy animating characters' facial expressions and things. I can't wait to try like fight scenes and stuff. It's gonna be so cool. Okay, so I think now with that shaped out, I should be able to do the rest of this room. I just need to get this lined up properly. So I gotta do that about there. And then the next one is and that. But yeah, the next presentation currently at the moment has, or rather the next update has the presentation video in it. Loads more animating, including some really cool tech demo stuff, which is hilarious watching all the character models break for the moment. I want to include more animating, so I've got to do that, and this stuff that I'm currently working on, so I've got to include that. Loads more voice work. asking the community about certain things, because I've been doing that a lot, is going around to people and just checking ideas with them. And then after that, I don't know what else I can include at the moment, because September, like the next update after that, is going to be by far the biggest and most important, I think, currently. Primarily because it's going to have some new tech in, which will hopefully help with animation. But I really don't want to spoil that surprise at the moment because of how massive it is. Like, it was already a surprise for me. And the next moment, it's just like, oh boy, this is nuts. David says, yeah, 3D modeling is very interesting to me, so I was hooked on these behind-the-scenes style videos instantly. I've always been kind to watch these sort of videos of my favorite movies, so this is awesome. Oh, thanks, Damon. I love behind-the-scenes stuff myself. You know, like, the thing is, whenever I've done projects before, I've always tried to do this anyway, because I always find that it's cool just having somebody, you know, like, some people appreciate this kind of stuff because of all the effort that goes into it. Some people just take it for granted and be like, eh, whatever, it's modeling. But other people really do look into how much work goes into stuff and then just be like, oh, okay, so you put this much effort in, damn, you know. Like here right now, I'm trying to do these details and match them up on both sides by hand. Oh. It's why in one of the other videos I mentioned about it. I think it was the last update video. I posted a part with animating Whimsum, the character that looks a little bit like a moth. And during the editing of the facial expressions, I said, like, dude, I hope people appreciate all the fixes and everything I'm going through, like all the effort I'm going through to make this stuff as good as it can be, because goddamn, it's crazy. You know, I've got just enough time, I think, to finish this section here, and then I gotta do the next stream. The Beijing says, I think it ruins the magic for me. Ah, it's not for everybody, of course, but let's see. Yeah, I can inset these, and then I've got to not inset. Sorry, I got to extrude in, and then instead of beveling, I'm just going to bring it in like that. And that should be some 3D details so that when the light hits it, it's going to look real good. I think, did I bevel? I beveled the other one. No, I didn't. Okay, so again, I'm just trying to get a feel for this area at the moment, and that I need to actually delete that face because it's wrong. Oh, dude, what the hell? There we go. That face was wrong. No, it's not. There's an open face there, but it's not too bad. It would be if it was for any other thing, but because I can get away with this, we're good. And then I can put some lights along there and stuff, so not too bad so far. It's just, even if I need to, I can come back and redo this. Anyway, I'm gonna get going because I have to do this next stream real quick, so I shall see you on the next stream. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for the support as usual. I hope you've enjoyed. Until the next one, bye!